for your priming, first thing you need to know is get the correct dialyzer. So you have to go to Snappy and see the patient's name. Okay, so you have to check the patient's name, the time it was processed. It needs to be more than 11 hours and not more than 14 days. It needs to have 3/4 full of Renalin, and then you have to check for the presence of Renalin. So in order to check for the presence of Renalin, you need to get the green bottle, which is the per essay. You don't confuse yourself. And so you get one strip of the per essay, and then you remove one of the caps of the Renalin where you put the dialysate. And then don't insert the strip. You have to pour some of the Renalin in the cup, and then that's where you will dip your strip, and it needs to be black. If it's not black, then you cannot prime the dialyzer. It means that there's not enough Renalin. Okay, and so after you check this dialyzer, if everything is okay, correct patient, correct size, 21R, correct time, correct date, and you can put it there, arterial up. And then you need your 2 saline bags and your priming line. Okay, then open your 2 saline bags, and then hang it here. Sitting down, you need to open your 2 lines. Now separate your arterial and your venous and start with your arterial line. So hold your arterial line and find your arterial chamber, and that's the first one you're going to put in there. And then find the line for the blood pump, and it's different. Start with the non-colored one, okay, and push it in, thread it in there, and you use the blood pump to thread the blood line. Okay, so press the blood pump and it will thread itself. And when it's there, just push the other end of it. Okay? And then the one that's going to the dialyzer, you just put it here because we will gravity prime it. The big clamp at the end of the arterial line goes on the drain bucket. Unclamp. Do not clamp that one. Okay? Now we will clamp all the small clamps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the saline, 5, and then your heparin line, clamp on the closest to the big line. Now we will check if the patient has heparin. This patient has heparin, so we will prime this with heparin. Depending on the line, it's either 0.4 or 0.2. You have to ask your nurse what is the length of the saline, of the heparin line. Okay, now that everything is clamped, okay, we will thread the venous line. Okay, the venous line, the same thing. You get the venous chamber first, open the door and squeeze it in. Okay, and then close that door. Again, the one that's going to the dialyzer, you can just hold on to it for now and put it there. The big one with the big clamp at the end of the venous line goes on the drain, unclamp. And then clamp the 2 small clamps in the venous line. Right, now we are ready to spike the saline. Okay, make sure when you spike the saline, it's sterile because this will go on the patient's blood. Okay, so spike the saline. Do not touch. Now you will gravity prime the arterial end of the arterial line. Okay, so open the saline, follow your line. 2 clumps of saline now gets gravity priming. If you can see, there's saline going on in there. Once it reaches the drain, you have to clamp the big clamp. Okay, so it's all the way there, no more air. Clamp. Another one we will gravity prime is the venous chamber, the arterial chamber. So fill it up to the line. There's a line there actually. It's there. You fill that up, clamp and cap. Okay. After you do that, we will prime the end of the arterial line. You put your blood pump to 600. Just hold it there, it will go up to 600. And then open, put it on the drain, and press prime. Okay? And then blood pump start. Okay, once it reached the saline goes out in the end, you press prime again. Okay, now you find the arterial end of the dialyzer, and it has a drawing. If you see there the blood going there, so the arterial means it's here. Okay, so we will remove that and save the small cap, and make sure you twist it tightly so there will be no blood leak. Then remove the venous end of the dialyzer, find your venous line, and then attach it. Now the venous end will be up, and you're ready to prime. When you're priming, put the blood pump to 150. And you just press prime, and it will prime at least 300 depending on the company's policy and procedure. In the Vita, it will suck 300 cc at least of saline to prime this dialyzer. And then you can wait. Stop.